Do your knees feel stiff when you get up from a chair, climb the stairs, or even when you simply walk across the room? You are not alone. As we move through our 60s, 70s, and beyond, knee pain and weakness become some of the most common reasons people lose mobility. Many seniors even start to believe that knee problems are just a normal part of aging, that nothing can be done except to slow down and accept it. But let me tell you something important. Your knees are not destined to fail you. With the right care and the right exercises, you can strengthen them, reduce pain, and keep moving with confidence. I know how frustrating it can be when you want to stay active, but your knees seem to hold you back. Maybe you worry about losing your independence, or you fear that one day you might not be able to enjoy the things you love, whether that's gardening, dancing, or playing with your grandchildren. That thought alone can feel heavy. But here is the truth. You don't have to give in to weak knees. There are simple, gentle ways to train your muscles and protect your joints, even if you cannot stand for long periods or get down on the floor. That's where chair exercises come in. They are safe, effective, and designed for older adults who want to build strength without putting extra pressure on their joints. My name is Dr. Linda Rose, and today I will guide you through 5 easy chair exercises that will help you build stronger knees and reclaim the freedom to move. Before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell, so you never miss a simple, science-backed health tip, designed especially for older adults like you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback is invaluable and helps me improve these videos for your benefit. Now, let's begin. Exercise 1. Seated leg extensions. One of the simplest yet most powerful exercises you can do to strengthen your knees while sitting in a chair is the seated leg extension. At first glance, it might look too easy to make much difference. But trust me, I recommend this to many of my older patients, and when done regularly, it can dramatically improve the strength of your quadriceps, the big muscles in the front of your thighs that play a key role in supporting and protecting your knee joints. Here is how you do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, preferably one without wheels. Place your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Slowly straighten one leg out in front of you until it is fully extended. Hold this position for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then gently lower your foot back down to the floor. Alternate legs and repeat this movement about 10 to 15 times on each side. If you want an extra challenge, you can add a light ankle weight or even loop a resistance band around your ankles. Now let me explain why this movement is so important. As we age, the muscles in our thighs naturally lose strength. This process, called sarcopenia, makes it harder for the knee joint to stay stable. Weak thigh muscles force the joint itself to absorb more shock with every step, which can worsen arthritis and increase the risk of falls. By practicing leg extensions, you train your muscles to take back some of that load, easing the pressure on your knees. One of the things I love about this exercise is how accessible it is. You don't need to stand, balance, or get down on the floor. That means even if you feel unsteady or experience pain when standing, you can still safely do this movement from the comfort of your chair. And because the motion is slow and controlled, you're building strength without straining your joints. Let me share a story. One of my patients in her early 70s came to me feeling discouraged. Her knees hurt so much she dreaded climbing the stairs in her home. She was afraid she might have to move into a one-level house or rely on her children more than she wanted. I started her with simple seated leg extensions, just 5 minutes a day while she watched her favorite morning show. Within a few weeks, she noticed her legs feeling stronger and her knees less painful. Months later, she told me proudly that she could carry laundry up the stairs again without stopping halfway. That kind of progress isn't rare. It's possible for you too. Here is a tip to make this exercise even more effective. Focus on your breathing. Inhale as you prepare, exhale slowly as you extend your leg, and inhale again as you lower it down. Breathing with intention helps you stay relaxed and ensures you are not rushing through the movement. Remember, consistency is the secret. Doing a few seated leg extensions each day may not seem like much, but over weeks and months, you are building a foundation of strength that can carry you through the activities you love. Your knees will thank you, and you'll notice walking, climbing, and standing become easier. Exercise 2. Seated marching. Another wonderfully simple but highly effective movement for stronger knees is seated marching. This exercise doesn't just target your knees, it also improves hip mobility, circulation, and overall leg coordination. Think of it as teaching your body to keep moving smoothly, one step at a time, even while you are safely seated in a chair. Here is how to do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair with your back straight and both feet flat on the floor. Place your hands gently on the sides of the chair for support. Now, lift one knee as if you are marching in place, then slowly lower it back down. Switch to the other leg and repeat. Continue alternating in a steady rhythm, as if you are marching to a gentle beat. Try this for about 30 to 60 seconds at first, and then gradually increase the time as you get stronger. What makes seated marching so powerful is the way it strengthens not only your thigh muscles but also the hip flexors and stabilizers around the knees. These muscles are essential for everyday tasks, walking across the room, stepping into a car, or climbing up a small stair. When they are weak, your knees take on extra stress, which leads to pain and instability. By practicing this controlled marching movement, you build the kind of muscle coordination that supports your knees naturally, making every step feel lighter and easier. One of my patients, a gentleman in his late 60s, used to struggle every time he had to cross the street. He felt as though his legs didn't respond quickly enough, and he worried about falling. I introduced him to seated marching as a gentle way to retrain his legs. Within a month of daily practice, his walking speed improved, and he felt more confident about his balance. He even told me that he surprised himself by keeping up with his grandchildren during a trip to the park. That is the kind of freedom that small, consistent exercises can give back. Another benefit of seated marching is improved circulation. When you lift your legs rhythmically, you are encouraging blood flow through your lower limbs. Poor circulation is a common problem for older adults and can cause swelling, discomfort, or even contribute to clot risks if left unchecked. Seated marching acts like a natural pump for your blood vessels, keeping the circulation active without the strain of standing or walking long distances. Here is a tip to make the most of this exercise. Try adding a little music. Put on a favorite song with a steady beat and march your legs in time with the rhythm. Not only does this make the exercise more enjoyable, but it also helps you keep a consistent pace. If you are ready to progress, you can hold each knee a little higher for a few seconds before lowering it back down. This adds extra strength training for your thighs and hips. Just remember, there is no need to rush. Quality matters more than speed. Focus on smooth, steady movements that feel comfortable and safe. Seated marching may look simple, but over time it can transform the way your knees and legs function. You'll find yourself moving with more control, climbing steps with greater confidence, and enjoying daily activities without the constant worry of knee pain holding you back. Exercise 3. Seated knee squeezes. This next exercise might look gentle, but it is one of the best ways to strengthen the muscles that stabilize your knees from the inside out. I call it the seated knee squeeze, and it focuses on the inner thigh muscles, also known as the adductors. Many people overlook these muscles, but they play a critical role in keeping your knees aligned and reducing strain on the joint. Here is how to do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair with both feet flat on the floor. Place a small pillow, a softball, or even a rolled-up towel between your knees. Keep your hands relaxed on your lap or resting on the sides of the chair. Now, gently squeeze your knees together against the object, holding the pressure for about 3 to 5 seconds. Slowly release and repeat this movement 10 to 15 times. As you get stronger, you can hold the squeeze a little longer or increase the number of repetitions. The magic of this exercise is in the way it strengthens those inner thigh muscles. When the adductors are weak, the knees tend to fall inward, which puts extra stress on the ligaments and cartilage inside the joint. Over time, this can worsen arthritis pain or increase the risk of injuries. By regularly practicing knee squeezes, you're essentially training your legs to keep your knees properly aligned, like giving your joints their own personal bodyguards. One of my patients, a woman in her late 70s, came to me frustrated because every time she stood up from a chair, she felt sharp pain in her knees. She thought it was just arthritis and nothing could be done. But when I checked her muscle strength, I realized her inner thighs were extremely weak. I introduced her to seated knee squeezes, starting with a small pillow. Within weeks, she told me that standing up felt easier and less painful. Eventually, she could rise from her chair without pushing down on the armrests for support. That improvement gave her so much confidence in her daily life. Another hidden benefit of this exercise is improved pelvic stability. The inner thigh muscles are connected to your hips and pelvis, so when you strengthen them, you also improve your overall balance. That means fewer wobbles when walking and a reduced risk of falls, a concern many seniors carry quietly. Here is a tip to make this exercise more effective. Focus on slow, controlled movements. Do not just tap your knees together quickly. Instead, imagine you are trying to gently squeeze the air out of the pillow or ball between your legs. That extra focus will help you recruit more muscle fibers and gain faster results. For those who want an additional challenge, try exhaling as you squeeze and inhaling as you release. This breathing pattern helps you stay focused, calm, and connected with your body. It also turns a simple movement into a mindful exercise that benefits both your knees and your overall well-being. The seated knee squeeze may seem small, but it delivers big results. With consistent practice, you'll notice stronger thighs, better knee stability, and less discomfort when standing, walking, or climbing stairs. It's a perfect example of how gentle, chair-based exercises can restore strength and independence, one simple movement at a time. Exercise 4. Seated heel slides. If your knees often feel stiff, especially after sitting for long periods, seated heel slides can make a world of difference. This exercise gently increases your knees' range of motion while also strengthening the muscles around the joint. Think of it as oiling the hinges of a door, keeping your knees flexible, smooth, and ready to move without grinding or discomfort. Here is how to do it. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and both feet flat on the floor. Keep your hands relaxed on your lap or resting gently on the sides of the chair. Now, slowly slide one heel forward along the floor until your leg is extended comfortably in front of you. Hold for a moment, then slide your heel back toward the chair until your foot is underneath you again. Repeat this movement 10 to 15 times on one leg, then switch to the other. If your knees are very stiff, start with smaller movements and gradually increase your range as your flexibility improves. The benefit of this exercise lies in the way it stretches and strengthens at the same time. By sliding your heel forward, you gently extend your knee joint, improving flexibility. When you pull your heel back, you activate the hamstrings and other supporting muscles that stabilize the knee. This balance of stretch and strength helps protect the joint, reduce stiffness, and make movements like standing up or walking easier. I remember working with a man in his early 70s who struggled to bend his knees enough to get in and out of the car. Every outing became stressful, and he felt embarrassed asking for help. I taught him seated heel slides, encouraging him to practice while watching television in the evenings. After a few weeks, he noticed that his knees bent more easily. A month later, he told me with a big smile that he no longer dreaded car rides. It wasn't a miracle. It was simply the result of consistent, gentle practice. Another advantage of heel slides is improved circulation. When you extend and bend your legs in this controlled way, you encourage blood flow to the joints and muscles. This helps deliver oxygen and nutrients while reducing the stiffness that often comes from sitting too long. For seniors who spend more time seated, this exercise is a valuable tool for keeping the legs lively and energized. Here's a tip to make the movement even more effective. Wear socks on a smooth floor or place a towel under your heel to reduce friction. This allows your foot to glide more easily and makes the exercise feel gentler, especially if your knees are tender. If you are ready to progress, you can hold your leg fully extended for a few extra seconds before sliding it back. This extra pause builds endurance in your thigh muscles, which play a huge role in protecting the knees. The seated heel slide may look simple, but it delivers powerful benefits. With time, you will notice your knees moving more freely, your stiffness decreasing, and your confidence growing as everyday activities become less of a struggle. It's a gentle reminder that consistent, small movements can lead to big changes in your mobility. Exercise 5. Seated calf raises. Our final movement may surprise you. Many people don't realize how important the calves are when it comes to protecting the knees. Strong calf muscles act like shock absorbers, reducing the impact on your knees every time you walk, climb stairs, or stand up. That's why seated calf raises are such a powerful yet simple exercise for building stronger, healthier knees. Here's how to do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Place your hands lightly on your thighs for balance. Now, lift both heels off the ground as high as you comfortably can, keeping the balls of your feet firmly on the floor. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds, then slowly lower your heels back down. Repeat this movement 10 to 20 times. If you want to make it more challenging, you can place a light weight, such as a small bag of rice or a water bottle, on your thighs while lifting your heels. Why does this exercise matter so much? Every step you take requires your calves to push off the ground, which directly influences the stress placed on your knees. When the calves are weak, the knees are forced to work harder, absorbing more shock than they should. Over time, this extra strain can worsen arthritis pain or lead to instability. Strengthening your calves through regular seated raises ensures that your knees are better supported, reducing pain and improving your ability to walk with confidence. One of my patients, a woman in her mid-70s, once told me she avoided going to the grocery store because standing in line hurt her knees too much. After I introduced her to seated calf raises, she started practicing them daily while reading the newspaper. Within a couple of months, she noticed her legs feeling sturdier and her knees less achy. Soon, she was not only able to shop comfortably but also returned to enjoying her weekly walks with friends. That change gave her a sense of independence she thought she had lost forever. Another hidden benefit of calf raises is improved circulation. By repeatedly lifting your heels, you are activating the calf muscles, which act like a second heart for your legs. They help pump blood back up toward your heart, reducing swelling and improving overall leg health. For seniors who experience heaviness or swelling in their legs, this exercise can be particularly soothing. Here's a tip to get the most out of seated calf raises. Move slowly and with control. Don't bounce your heels up and down. Instead, focus on lifting high, holding the position, and lowering gently. That slow, deliberate motion ensures you're truly engaging the calf muscles rather than relying on momentum. Over time, you may be surprised at how much stronger and steadier your legs feel. Simple tasks like standing from a chair, walking longer distances, or even dancing at a family wedding will feel easier and more enjoyable. Seated calf raises prove that small, consistent efforts can protect your knees and give you back the confidence to stay active and independent. You see, keeping your knees strong and flexible doesn't have to involve complicated workouts or long hours at the gym. With just a simple chair and a few minutes of your time each day, you can protect your knees, reduce stiffness, and build the strength you need to keep living life on your terms. These 5 chair exercises, leg extensions, marching, knee squeezes, heel slides, and calf raises, are gentle but powerful tools. They give your body the support it needs to move with confidence, no matter your age. I want you to remember something important. Aging does not mean losing your independence. Yes, your body changes, but you are not powerless. By taking small, consistent steps, you can regain strength, improve mobility, and protect your joints from unnecessary wear and tear. Each time you choose to move, even in these gentle ways, you are choosing a future where you remain active, engaged, and able to enjoy the things that make life meaningful. I encourage you to start with just 1 or 2 of these exercises today. Do them while watching television, listening to music, or chatting with a loved one. Over time, you'll be amazed at how much easier walking, standing, and climbing stairs will feel. And when that happens, you'll know you've taken back control of your health and mobility. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with someone who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you never miss one of my health tips designed especially for older adults like you. And if you're ready for your next step, I recommend watching my video on gentle stretches for flexibility. It's the perfect companion to today's exercises. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and keep moving forward.